Hello, it's Tom again, and today's video is about the conflict involving Israel and Palestine. And it's been a while since that started. This is something that deserves to be treated a lot more carefully than a video meant to provoke a reaction. And there's a specific reason why I don't want to provoke a reaction on this one. So to sum up what has been going on, uh, elements that make up a large portion of the Palestinian Authority, that'll remain nameless for now, launched an attack against Israel. That attack was within breathing distance of a 9/11 scale attack in terms of casualties, in terms of sheer brutality. It was easily a 9/11 scale attack. It's right up there. This is an organization that has no hope of successfully waging a war against Israel. They did this specifically because they wanted to provoke an outsized reaction from Israel. Israel has a history of, we'll say, questionable tactics, especially when dealing with certain individuals that can be described as terrorists. It's like Israel uses that as a license to just go ahead and take the gloves off and start war criming. And that's what this organization wants. This organization is a decades and decades long history of using human shields. And Israel has a decades and decades long history of not caring. They don't care, not like the Israeli people in general or Jewish people. The Israeli Ministry of Defense and members of the Israeli government, they do not care who they hit along with their targets. And that's how they're going to wage that war. Now, this is how that the terrorist organization turns sympathizers into new terrorists, and it turns people who didn't really support them into sympathizers. This organization has been growing more and more unpopular over the last decade or two, and the more authoritative, heavy-handed elements of the Israeli government have become less and less popular, and both sides were becoming less and less relevant and in danger of losing more power. Now suddenly, the authoritative people in the Israeli government, the ones who are not at all interested in worrying about civilian casualties, they're the popular leaders again. People ran to the strong man there, and they're injuring and killing civilians along with their military targets. And so now Palestinian people are going to be putting their support behind the element that started this. They deliberately went out of their way to create a war in which the leadership of both sides are the bad guys. And the civilians on both sides are going to get killed. And the kids are going to grow up hating the other side because mom got killed, dad got killed, my brother or my sister got killed. And that's going to be at least one more generation of enemies when, you know, we were potentially a generation away from an actual peaceful state. Now that's at least 2 generations away and maybe more. Um, People want to say, well, what side are you on to each other as a sort of litmus test of your values. And to be honest, I think if you're on the side of either leadership organization in this, then maybe your values are a little bit skewed because you can look at just how bad one side is. You should be able to see just how bad the other side is and how they're going to be sending their kids to their deaths and they're going to be using their kids in strikes against soft targets, intentionally so, non military targets. And it's, if you want to take sides with somebody, take sides with the people who are going to suffer due to bad leaders.